I feel like you make everyone feel this special. This
You
great.
should feel that special.
I'm
Like,
just me. I'm like the biggest loser. That's like probably
but you
the
fucking
funniest
own
part.
that shit, you know?
The funniest part of all of it, right? Is like behind the sexy pictures and the Nate and the nudes and the lingerie. It's like I like to just melt into my couch on a Sunday, order fucking pizza, and look, I just dropped the F-bomb and like have the day to
I
myself.
don't care. I don't care at all. That was like the most organic way. Welcome everyone, or welcome back. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't care anymore. YouTube, cancel me. Try me again. It'll be 3 times this year. To the Ugly Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Darth Ginger. And I'm so blessed because I can't do an introduction for you because, one, you are slaying right now. I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, you came onto the camera and I was like, oh my God, is this RuPaul? Like, I'm like done. I'm deceased. That's literally what I said. But like, I think RuPaul would be deceased more seeing you.
Oh my God.
You're gorgeous. So you can introduce yourself because I'm not doing it.
All right. I don't even know. Hi everybody on the interwebs.
This weird internet shit that we do. It's fucking weird. I can swear now, so because you dropped the first F-bomb, so it's fine.
I am the ugly couch guest today, better known as Daddy's Pretty Toy on FetLife.
So, and you really are a daddy's pretty toy.
If only I had a daddy right now, but my name is too well known for me to change my handle anymore. Like I get approached at parties now and it's like I can't change my name. I've been Pretty Toy for so long.
Yeah, it's hard because I totally always forget my real name. And I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not my actual legal name. Still have to go by that. Yeah. And that's such a hard thing to like when you go to events and stuff to like, because we want to stay anonymous in a way, but also be real.
Yeah, you know? And I do have a real alias name that I go by that's not Pretty Toy when I'm at events, that people largely in the community know me by. But I mean, people approach me all the time. They're like, are you DPT? Are you Daddy's Pretty Toy? Are you Pretty Toy? Because I still wear, I wear jewelry in my photos. So people recognize
because
me.
She has a beautiful collar on right now. Please all recognize it. It's so gorgeous.
I was very excited to get it. I can't wait.
So cute.
Yes, I'm so excited. And it's like really thick too. Like I love a good choke, right? So it's got that nice hold in the neck. So I encourage everybody to go on Amazon and find these custom made
Amazon,
collars.
thank you so much. Please sponsor us too. It'd be great. We buy a lot of products from you.
Hey, they're the reason I'm here, right?
I mean, yeah. Oh, shit. What? I forgot. Oh, my goodness. We have a special guest. Here's Johnny. Wait, I didn't even mean to say that like on like that.
That was a very...
Here's Johnny.
That was very the shing.
I'm good like that.
So if everyone who doesn't know from the Ugly Couch Podcast, this is Johnny. He's real. He's the manager of this company. He's here. Hi, Johnny.
Hey there. How's everyone doing? Sorry to interrupt.
Look how amazing she looks. Like Queen just walked in and just. Well, we can't talk too much about Queen because how long has it been since the Queen died? So it's been a few months.
Yeah.
So okay, it's appropriate now.
Yeah.
Well, now we found out where the crown went because. Snatched.
Oh, if only.
That's so much responsibility, though.
I know. Have you watched the show?
Yes, it's terrifying.
Yeah. It's really good. I really enjoyed it. I learned so much with that whole process of how things work behind the scenes. So I thought it was really entertaining for me. I'm like into all that royalty shit. Even though I don't really care for Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's bullshit.
Yeah. Prince Harry can get the fuck out. I'm done with him.
I mean, I think it's very progressive for what they've done. But
yeah.
I just think that the story's getting old. And sorry for all of you who are Meghan Markle fans. I think she's quite annoying.
Yeah. I don't mean to say it, but I just don't like the sound of her voice. It's just, I don't think she's nasally, but there's something about the tone that pisses me off.
Yeah.
I have no comment because I don't even pay attention, really. You know, I know he came out with a book and it was like, oh, good. It's another boo-hoo, poor me book.
I think it's turned into like from political to pop culture at this point.
That's a sad part, isn't it?
I mean, it is what it is. Like that just ran its course, you know. But that was my hot take for
hot take. Because you're amazing, and you and I were talking earlier about how you're trying to find a daddy.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna go real back real quick. What like how did you find yourself in that dynamic? Like, I would love a daddy. Like, is it a daddy dom or?
So going back into when I started my journey, I had no idea. I mean, I was like fresh faced, like had no idea what I was doing. And I had told you before, like I was very lucky to meet somebody who was well established in the community, was well known, had many years of experience, who took me under his wing and literally trained me, like, you know, up until the point where it was like, I don't like this, but somebody you come across in the lifestyle might like this, and this is how you're going to handle this situation, and this is what you're going to do in this situation. So I was very fortunate. Like, he taught me like the foundation of everything that I know as being a submissive today. So that daddy role didn't come in until like months into our relationship, that I didn't even know that I liked it until we started to dabble a little bit deeper into our dom sub relationship. And like, I don't age regress, so like I don't do the age play and all of those things. I think when it comes to like having a daddy, for me, it's a protective state of things. It's not, you know, I use the word daddy with my dominants or my partners, as like, this is my protector, this is my my, you know, my partner, my trustworthy like outlet. Like, this person keeps me safe, this person has my best interest in heart, this person takes care of me. So yeah, when I say daddy, I'm not like little girl. I don't age regress. Even though somebody told me, one of my partners did tell me that my tone of voice changes when we are having sexual relations. But I don't know that because we never film. So like, how am I gonna look back and be like, oh my God, my voice does change a couple octaves?
It happens all the time. It's like, get real serious and then real aggressive and then real like tee hee.
Yeah, I could definitely say she does that with me a lot.
So yeah, so I mean,
Johnny, you can't put me on blast like that. That's not cool. This is her show, not mine.
Oh my God, this is your show. I'm just here. But yeah, so like having a daddy, I take that very seriously when I'm looking for a partner. I don't call all my play partners daddy. They don't get to have that title. That's so intimate to me.
Yeah, because when you have like a partner, they have to earn that daddy role, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, because like when you find a daddy, which took me a very long time, one night in Vegas, I missed my flight, and I've been talking to this guy on FetLife, which again, please sponsor us too. That'd be great. We'll just keep shouting you out. It's fine, whatever. Fuck off and your regulations. It's cool. I do love you, FetLife. I'm sorry. I'll look dead at the camera. Hi. But I've been talking to him for 3 months on FetLife. And I got stuck in Vegas, and he was like, "Hey, I'll fly you out to Texas." Never been to Texas. Fell in love with it. That was it. So finding the venture on finding a daddy or a sub is very difficult.
Yeah, and that's why I usually go years unpartnered with people, because it's not something I take lightly. And I'm not your run of the mill submissive. Like, I'm on a alternative lifestyle dating app here called Field. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, or if not,
Yeah.
But my profile set to men and women, and I come across a lot of women that are like, I'm submissive, and I'm like, I always think to myself, like, what does that mean? Or like, I'm submissive in the bedroom. Where I come in as a submissive, like, I'm looking for particular things in my partners, and my dominant partners, that I can tell right off the bat if I'm going to be like sexually satisfied within that relationship. I mean, casual sex is also fun, and like I can have a good time, but when it comes to looking for a dom or a daddy, there's definitely a huge vetting process for me, and one I don't take lightly. And it's it takes a huge connection and a huge amount of trust and transparency and honesty and communication. And people say they possess those skill sets, and until it's time to come to the table with those skill sets, and then you're like, wait a second, like you don't have that. And that's what my former doms have brought to the table for me, and have created a safe space for me, even when I do mess up, or even when I did like huge mistakes. Like, remember all those stories that you said I have stories out the wazoo. I am not a perfect sub. I have fucked up so many times. But it's the way I communicate, and the honesty and the trustworthiness, and be admitting my faults to those people. And like, that's a really hard reality to face.
Yeah,
And
it's a lot, because being a sub, you always want to be like the best, but we do fail.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And
I wouldn't say most of the time, but like, I definitely have done things that I wasn't proud of in those relationships, where I had to fess up. And telling your partner that you fucked up takes
a lot. It hurts my heart when I look at my job and I'm like, I fucked up. And he's like, thank you for saying that. And that just kind of like progresses the relationship so much more.
Right. And then you know that you have a safe space, and it doesn't mean you take advantage and you're like, oh, I can fuck up whenever I want and they'll always forgive me, because
that's not gonna happen. No.
But
no.
In this, you sit down and there is a level of care and compassion and intimacy that doesn't necessarily take place in a lot of vanilla relationships. And like, that's why people break up. And that's why when somebody like cheats on somebody and it's a one-time thing, or like they fucked up, that it's like, oh, this is over. Where in a DS relationship for me, and obviously based on my rules and negotiations, that like, it was like, okay, well, why did you do that? Why, after I told you couldn't do that, why did you still continue to do that? Like, what was your thought process there? And it forces me as a human to really think through my actions and be like, okay, I was feeling really insecure. I was extra horny that day. I was like, whatever those things were. But my doms never shamed me for my mistakes. And that is something that proved to me from them that they did deeply care about me and cared about my progress as a submissive, and wanted me to be in a safe space and explore my sexuality in a safe, sane environment with a partner by my side who didn't criticize me. Like, yes, of course I got punished. Are you kidding? I got my ass beat after those. Like, yes, there was
Well,
definitely.
apparently, I'm about to get punished 40 times because I did terrible writing on FetLife. That whoever wins the Super Bowl, however many points that they get, I have to take the worst punishment in the whole world. My dom, he hand built his wooden paddle, and I said, whoever wins, like, I'll take that many points on my ass, and I'll take that punishment because I like that. There's something satisfying. No, don't, Johnny, do not giggle about that. Johnny, don't, because it's going to suck. Because I know the Chiefs are going to win. It's
No, they're
fine.
not.
You don't think they're going to win? I don't care about sports. I want them to lose. It's fine. The Vikings aren't there anymore. The 49ers aren't there anymore. And the Cowboys aren't there anymore. So I can give a fuck.
I'm not a football gal. I don't even know when the Super Bowl is this year.
You know
It's
what?
coming Sunday the 12th.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
all right.
yeah. So it's, well, so the reason why football is so important to me in my life and spankings is because my boyfriend's from Texas, and
Football's
know,
religion.
yeah, it really is. And it's, Ella, what the fuck are you doing? Sorry, my dog is just, she's all over the place right now. She has her bed like set up. You just want to sit right there?
She just wants to sit close.
She's sitting on all top of my notepads. Like, what?
She's keeping them warm for you.
Those aren't even my blankets. Those are my boyfriend blankets. I buy 19 blankets, and you, what?
Oh, she's
You want to come here?
She's a cutie.
No, I'm okay. Come here. Do you want to come here? Do you want to be on the camera, bro? No.
Aw.
No, I bury my head behind you, Mama.
Come here. You gotta be on camera.
Hey, Ellie Belly.
There you are.
She's a
Now she's
that better.
I'm jealous.
Do you want her? You can have her. It's fine.
Oh my God, please.
Fucking take her. She's in heat right now. So yeah. You good? You gonna stay here this whole time? Cool, because I'm gonna move in about 5 minutes because we're doing a podcast. You said you didn't even want to be on the podcast.
Okay, so I have one question because you mentioned that you have like certain like things you look for in like your DOMs.
Sure.
Do you mind explaining like what some of them are?
Oh yeah, because that's like it's a big thing.
Because
what you
for
look
like
for.
everybody they look for different things. So I'm just curiosity for her.
Do you know how to swaddle me? Okay, cool.
So for me, key like indicators are like super respectful messages, and basically like not necessarily talking like right into like this is what you're gonna call me and this is what's gonna happen if we get into a dom sub relationship. It's pretty much like an open dialogue of like, what are you looking for? This is how I operate in a dom sub relationship. I always like to ask people what their style of dominance is. I'm a bit of a masochist, so I need somebody who knows how to wield impact toys. That's huge for me. That could get dangerous, and people that are like, oh yeah, I can spank the shit out of you, and I'm like, no, that's not what I asked. Not what I asked, not what I'm looking for. So there's like there's things like that I'm like, okay, you're inexperienced, or I used to be a rope bottom. Huge advantage if my dominant is a rope top or like can tie knots, like done. Which I was fortunate both of my dominants were into. But not a deal breaker, but it really is that conversational, those first few messages back and forth that are very open and like, this is how I operate. Like, and I don't know, I just have been so accustomed to weeding out people. And, I'm very fortunate. Both my former dominants are still in my life. So if anything ever were to arise that I was not comfortable with, I can reach out to both of them and be like, hey, can you vet this person for me? Or like, do you see any red flags in these conversations I'm having? And I feel fortunate that they are still, you know, supporting people in my life. That I don't talk to them every day. I barely talk to them once a month. But I know that if anything ever were to happen, that I could reach out to them at any time of the day, and they would absolutely be there for me. And that's super important too. You want to have that connection, which I didn't, you know, I feel like you can feel out with people initially. So I do look for a confident dominant. I look for somebody with experience. They have to have, I mean, I ask, I can't hear you. Ginger.
No, I'm going to do it. So, because you're gorgeous and Johnny will kill me for this right now. And I'm so excited for this moment.
Oh God.
Oh, you got to have your funny little giggle. So I'm having mine. And she gets to have hers, so it's great. Because listening to you, like you've literally, like, to me at least, and if you all have different like opinions, fuck off. I don't care. Go to a different podcast. Get off YouTube. I don't give a shit anymore. It's gotten to the point where I remove my microphone because it doesn't work, so I have to use my webcam microphone. So, because you're local to this beautiful part of the East Coast. And I happen to be setting up my most amazing and so helpful manager in the whole world. Oh, now your cheeks are getting red?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You said you wanted to do this.
I didn't think you were going to do it during the freaking podcast.
Oh, I told you I was going to. You thought I was faking it?
Yes.
I'm not faking gay. Oh, no. So, if anyone ever wants to tune back in, if you want to just hit that dislike button and unsubscribe, it's fine. I don't fucking care. But I happen to be setting up Johnny, my manager, on a dating show. And from what I've known, we've known each other how many years? Like, a few years now.
Since 2018.
Oh my fuck, that long? She's fucking rice biscuits.
Yeah, we've known each other since, and what's funny is we actually met each other on FET back then. And
yeah, it was after when I was off of MFC.
You were just coming off of there. Yeah. It's like towards the end of your time.
Yeah, I finally came off of it. It was fucking great.
But it was.
Do you want me to tell the story? You can tell the story if you want. It's cool.
No,
it's your fucking show. You're
You're
just bummed out that we didn't get to the
where it is now. You know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. I don't know how this fucking got here.
Disc golf. That's all I'm gonna say. That was where it pretty much started for us.
That's true.
Both of us being avid disc golfers was like, yep, we found that rabbit hole and just went from there.
So I started this terrible thing that I, just kind of threw out to Johnny because I love him to death. He's been nothing but amazing to me. And also, everyone who keeps sending me messages on FetLife, email, Snapchat, Twitter, fucking text that Johnny is not like part of this shit. Fuck you. This is Johnny and he's my manager, and he fucking runs this shit. Don't question him. And if
I got here.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I don't have to be in the spotlight, guys. I'm very comfortable in myself and masculinity where I can be in the background, getting my stuff done for this podcast. So these beautiful ladies and all you beautiful people can be on here.
Fuck, sorry, I
don't need the limelight.
I'm
really used to
offended.
being in front and working my ass off to getting things to work right and make the holes. Like, because I played offensive line. My job was making the hole.
Hold on.
So this is the holes that the running backs can score.
Wait, Johnny, you play with a lot of holes? Is that what you're saying?
I like how you took it. It took you this long to catch that too.
No, I just don't want to interrupt you. So, and also my dog, she got really, concerned because
she's trying to find a good comfy spot.
No, she's transgender, so she's just having a hard time. I know you want to be a boy, and one day it'll happen, but I don't know when. Because we're doing a dating show, and I want to put you on on there.
So you're gonna do a dating podcast too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because listen, Johnny needs some love, and because I need Johnny to fall be in love because Johnny works so hard. You had the most stressful day today.
The last 36 hours have been rough. Yeah.
We're not going to go into full details. If you want to hear about it, go buy my Snapchat. I don't fucking care. I posted about it. Please do that. It's only $50 for life. I'll plug my cell phone. I can do that. Oh, I can't. I was trying to.
You can plug yourself on your own podcast.
I can plug myself in. That was so weird. I was like, oh my God, I actually can't. Don't fucking buy it. It's fucking garbage. It's weird. But so have you had a lot of I want to get back on topic because this is just going absolutely nowhere talking about emotional shit. So how many have you had many daddies?
So not to touch on my most recent relationship, but I would say that I had 3 daddies or dominants in my life. The last one being a situation that I don't care to share with everybody. It was less than ideal, to say the least. But so I really look at my life having 2 dominants, 2 real dominance in my life. So yes, I had 3 daddies. Yes, I had 3 dominants, but only 2 that I recognized who took care of.
At all 3 times, at all the same time or separate?
No, all separate. So my
okay, that overwhelmed me so much.
No, and I can't have more than 1 dominant at a time. Me as a submissive, I can't. It's where my loyalty lies, and that's with my my primary. So I don't, even when I had play partners, there was rules around the type of play we could engage in and how I would address people. So I had my daddy dominants who were sir and daddy, but if I had play partners, they were just sir. I do not identify as slave or any of that. Anything that's attached to slave behavior. I don't use the word master ever with anybody. It's just not for me. And if that's something that my partner wants me to do, usually that's a hard no for me. Then
yeah,
that's
just
not gonna work out.
No, that's a weird thing for me too. I've never ever in a dom, I've never looked at him as a master because I'm just not that hard into the dominant world. So I look and be yes, master. And if you do, that's fine. I love your dynamic. If you like it, that's groovy. But because I am submissive, but I'm a bratty princess submissive.
Same. Yeah. And
yeah.
I have my own, and I have my own thoughts and my own feelings, and I don't need to be treated less than. That's also not for me. I need to be a little bit degraded and humiliated and then loved upon.
I love being told when I didn't do the dishes on time. I'm like, fuck, you're right.
Yeah. So
fuck, I actually have to.
So yeah, shit, what were we just talking about? I literally just lost my train of thought.
But just
you asked me how many daddies I had. So yeah. I would say that I had.
But because you're still on the daddy trail, looking for the ideal daddy.
Yeah, I'm looking for the ideal daddy dominant. And honestly, if I could take my first 2 dominants and
mash them together. Yep, exactly.
Find that one person. But the reason I reached out to my second dominant is because he reminded me so much of my first. And he did a lot of things and said a lot of things that were in the same mindset as my first dominant. So he was already disarming. He was already, to me, somebody I know that I could have those conversations with. And it turned out to be something really great. We were in a poly open relationship.
And that's such a rare thing, because with my daddy Dom, we had our poly, relationship. And I miss you so much, Sarah. If you ever see this, we still miss you and we think about you all the time.
Aww.
And to have two redheads in one room, it's fucking weird. You're welcome. And it was so beautiful, because when I got into a daddy dom relationship, I thought I'd be so territorial, but I was open to like sharing.
Sure.
But it gets, when you're in a daddy dom relationship with a little sub, because I'm little, I have my little tendencies.
Yeah, I have little tendencies too.
Yeah, we were talking about My Little Pony like before we even shot this, so it's fine. We love My Little Pony. Thank you. You could sponsor us too. It's fine. I don't think you will.
Lots of people in the kink world love My Little Pony.
Oh my god.
I had a roommate in college who tried to convince me like My Little Pony was violent. I am not joking about that at all. Like, if I can't make that up, that is like how I had a college roommate, and honestly, God, he was like, "Oh yeah, My Little Pony is so violent and this and that." I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not watching My Little Pony.
I mean, everybody's a conspiracy theorist in their own mind against so many things, but I'm not going to take that stance.
Yeah, no, thank you. We're not doing that here today.
That was just like more of a reach than anything else.
That was a far reach, Johnny.
I didn't say I was saying it.
Okay, cool. We're all pleading the fifth. Great. I'm so excited when that goes out on the internet. We're like,
we still love My Little Pony.
It's so good.
Hey, I'm a comic book nerd, X-Men, Spider-Man, Marvel, DC, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get so much hate for this, but I'm hating where the MCU is going and what they've been.
Oh, we did just talk about that, yeah.
Because in many ways, I'm a purist on that stuff, and I hate that they like the MCU changes the comic book to fit the rating so they can get better views.
Yeah.
When some of these comics, I just have so much great writing in them and great storytelling that it's like they have to over the top it to make it more entertaining for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just like I'm at the point where it's like I don't want to watch. I got to the point where I'm watching the X-Men animated series and Spider-Man animated series on Disney Plus because I like those more than the MCU.
Right.
Yeah. No. And they'll have their time, but for now, it's we're just trying to get Deadpool doing porn, and we'll have it happen.
Of them all in the MCU.
I know. Too. Yeah. I mean, he had his baby hand, and I think that was really cool. So
that, and he's actually in the comic book. He actually has a relationship with Death and has sex with Death in the actual comic book,
which we're not going to talk about. So
want to?
No. Well, that sounds great. So that means that if you are both into it, I'd love to have you both back on. Because we can't. You, honey.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you're too fantastic. Like I said it before we even hit the record button. RuPaul is so mad.
Oh my god, this wig is so ratchet.
It's so. Oh no, but she's gonna get permed up, curled, and fixed, and then you're gonna slay. And then I'm gonna look on FetLife, just scrolling. Waiting.
I know. Maybe I should do a little photo shoot. Maybe in my
you should tonight.
Honestly, I will say this, if y'all haven't seen some of her content on FetLife,
it's so good.
Honestly,
I was shook
when you wore that green lingerie, the dark forest green one, and neon green.
Look at him, he's shook.
Let's put it this way: I told Ginger, yeah, I'm gonna have to my jaw surgically reattach at this point. Like
That I
I
was
was
in
like,
Italy. I was playing around in my hotel room in Italy. I was severely heartbroken on that trip. Severely
oh,
going through some really terrible shit in my life.
I'm sorry.
Of course
And I
of course you're doing it classy in Italy.
I yeah, and I attribute like a lot of good things in my kink BDSM journey to FetLife. Like people are like, oh, I didn't have a good experience there, blah blah blah. FetLife has been so good to me. And just it's been such a pivotal like staple in my life. And I come on FetLife. I like take breaks from FetLife. But I've had nothing but good experience. Well, I take that back. There's been a few hiccups.
I was
There's
gonna say, hold on,
I
there's
got
been a few hiccups.
Yeah,
I got a
just
couple
went through one
stalkers
recently.
out there.
Yeah. But it's okay because it's just a learning experience,
Yeah,
it's just but
truly,
I'm
honestly,
thankful to like hear that like FetLife is like
Right.
been treating you well.
Yeah. And I really don't have a lot of bad things to say about FetLife. There, like, I've been on there for a decade at this point, and when way before like the cam girls came on and the buy my Snapchats and all of that, like, and I'm not like saying that, but like there was a point where I was off FetLife for years because I was in a vanilla relationship, and then I came back on, and it was at that height of OnlyFans and Snapchat and like purchasing, and like I'm literally there just like I'm just trying to like
I just want to post my news. Like that's all I want to do.
just like you don't have to pay for my content. And so I felt like I was getting overshadowed in that pool, and I took, I mean, you can see in my pictures, there's like, I had posted a picture and then it was like 8 months before I had posted another picture because I wasn't getting on Kinky and Popular anymore. I wasn't getting the likes. And
Kinky Popular doesn't exist anymore in my world unless I'm like, the only time that I get on Kinky Popular is just like, I don't even get on it anymore. And they've out loud, like Kinky, like FetLife has out loud said they changed their algorithm, and someone could be on CanP, and it's from 3 days ago post, and it's just I don't know what I don't know who adjusted that, and it's just garbage because I've seen your content, and I swear to God, if you guys don't fucking follow this like beautiful, gorgeous individual, I'll be so mad, and I'll unfollow you, block you, whatever, because you're what you post is beautiful and creative and
Elegant. Very,
like
very
it's
elegant.
Thank you.
and
I
it's
try
so
to keep-
amazing. But no one, everything that gets posted right now, like if you look on K-Bait right now, and I think I've already done a podcast about that, is the whole like love this if you like this, like one-liners, and I fucking hate them so much. And I've been a victim of that about that. Hold on, Johnny. Hold on. Let me finish this before I fucking yell at you. Because I don't want to yell at you.
Love
I love
this
you.
if you like my titties.
Because
I've been if you like my titties.
I've done that before, and it was just to get traffic to my profile. But now it's getting to the point where I'll call her out because she has denied me getting on my podcast. Barbie it's Barbie underscore OX or XO, and she does it every fucking day, and I'm just like, I fucking hate you so much.
I also think like I don't post explicit content.
No, you really keep to yourself, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I also don't post my face. So like I look at these girls, and I used to get envious and jealous and be like, way back in the day when I was.
Yeah, a decade ago, it was totally different. Because it was like real and legit, and like it was.
I would post a picture. I would like snap a nude in the morning, and I'd throw it up on FetLife, and then I would be on Kinky and Popular for like that. My photo would instantly hit, and now like I just am not at the caliber of like, and it's not even the caliber. It's just like I'm not setting up the professional lighting. I'm not taking the professional photos. Like I'm still just like, these are the angles. This is the unfilteredness. Like,
mm-hmm.
not.
Well, honey, let me tell you right.
50 pictures are like unfiltered, like bullshit. Like,
Let me tell you right now.
Professional model.
With you being on this podcast right now, we're gonna get you there.
That
Oh my
and
God. I don't need to get there. I'm happy where I'm at. I've got like 5,000-6,000 followers. Like,
oh no, you're about to
my
blow the
page.
fuck up because
Oh.
I'll probably be uploading this on Friday. So,
all right, well,
I mean, I'll be honest.
because you deserve it.
Love the natural stuff more so than the filtered stuff because it just
amateur.
So
it's like so beautiful and so unedited.
Not even like amateur. I'm talking like it just shows your true natural beauty. You're not.
Yeah.
I'm struggling, you guys. I'm trying to not flash myself. Hold on.
Like, there's one person that I'm gonna call her out on it. She's on OnlyFans. She's on TikTok, and she goes by Harley West or Harley X West, and she plays this like sweet innocent like thing, but like all her stuff like refers to like her OnlyFans account, and it's like listen, if you want to use that stuff, great, but it's like, come on, give yourself some class. Stop trying to dress in like these little skimpy outfits and making a lot of guys think that every girl dresses like that. I'd rather have the girl with the hair and the messy bun, big comfy sweater, and just with the sleepy little smile.
Yeah, and I mean,
okay, wait. I just thought about like what you could do with that wig. Sorry, Johnny, you triggered me. What you could do is like do like with that wig, you do some like Sailor hair, like Sailor Moon, like buns.
Sailor Moon. I know.
Fuck yes. That sounds
actually,
so groovy.
Stockings
I'll have to
too.
play with it because it is so cheap. Ginger is so cheap that like there's not a lot of hair on it. So you got to be
like if you do the buns,
very careful. Like I can feel the netting right now. I like keep touching my hair. And you can just like feel
it's such a hard time. I have like that actual like the blonde like Sailor Moon. I've never.
Well,
Sailor Moon is the blonde.
Wait, so it sounds like we have to collab. Okay, cool.
So I'll throw some more things up on my wish list, on my FetLife wish list.
You should, and I'll promote the fuck out of it. I'm gonna put it all in the description. And that sounds very groovy. Like you have to come back on. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, and I'll wear a different wig though. Sorry, you're not
Queen. I'm so excited
for your followers, but that's just the way it is. This is as good as it's gonna get.
I don't fucking care. Whoever's listening, follow. I don't care. Like, you have to. You don't have a choice anymore. You listen to this. You hit that like button. Hit that bell button. Hit a notification. It's gonna be great. So, beautiful. I can't. I have to call you Queen. I just don't know what to call you. I'm just so infatuated by you.
Oh my God, you're like making me blush.
Yeah. Which cheeks? One or
both? I might have a play partner over here in a little bit, so.
Oh, we're gonna hear the tea about that.
So
that's probably definitely gonna be a next episode.
Maybe I'll keep this wig on for him.
Ooh, girl, yes, get it.
I won't have to change much. I'll just have to get naked, and then I got my collar on. I got my.
Ta-da!
I'm ready.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you so much for having me, Johnny. Thank you for reaching out to me. That was
thank you so much for just jumping in.
Well, I just want to say something. You actually did pop up on Kiki and Pop, and that's actually how I found you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Photo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually found you, and then like I was looking, and then I got distracted, and the next day you actually popped up again on my feed, and I wasn't even following you at that point. I was like, okay. Read further, and I was like, yeah, just because the biggest thing that I thought was amazing was not, and I'm saying this to everybody.
Yeah.
We don't care if you have 100 followers.
No, I don't look at numbers
4
anymore.
million followers.
It's stupid. I don't even look at my own numbers.
And that's why I reached out to you. You had such a beautifully written profile.
Thank you.
And then looking at like your profile picture is probably the most elegant, and it's like the one thing I want to have for a relationship is that, that kind of like where you could just like have a cup of coffee and just you're amazed.
That's been my avatar and the person who took that photo I still engage with He did the Christmas series with me.
Yeah.
And the Mrs. Claus series, if you can remember.
So cute.
Love those boots.
Those are
I love the boots on that in that one.
Yeah, he took that picture, and that has been my avatar since like I met that person. And funny enough, like I've known him for about 8 years now at this point, and we no longer live by each other. But when I visit back to my hometown, where I met him, we still try to get together. So I'm sure he'll be very flattered to know that. But I was thinking about changing my avatar this year.
You should. Like,
it's so
well, then we're gonna have to come up with ideas. You know,
I'm in the process of trying to think about.
So iconic.
The
like,
avatar
I
change.
look at that picture. When I look at that picture and I see my avatar, like people know that is me. Like,
yeah,
that is for whatever reason. It's like that is the picture I want. Like, I think it's so classy. It's so beautiful. It's so innocent. It's so sexy. It's so seductive. It's like all of these things wrapped up into everything that encompasses who I am. As
so cute. I love it.
Yeah. So I really love that picture. I want to put it on canvas in my house, but I feel like that's very vain.
I'm gonna pay for that to be on my wall. So but I'll make sure to send you any endorsements for it or anything. If anyone buys it.
Yes, absolutely. It is for sale.
It is for sale. So
first.
you heard it here first. Thank you all for tuning back in.
Thank you for having me. It's such a
pleasure
to be on here.
Whatever the fuck this is, I don't know how we're still on podcasts. We never thought we'd get this far. Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I will definitely join you guys.
I fucking hope so, because it's been too great of a time.
Yeah, and I have to go order a new wig.
Ladies, I did. I'm like, this has been a fun one. This was a fun one to randomly pop in on.
And it's been fantastic. I'm still. Wait, it's this side. Oh, it wasn't even showing the whole time. Oh no!
I love that.
Fucking shit. I ain't the shit. Still not doing the outro. Thank you both so much for being on here.
Thank you.
This is Ugly Couch Podcast. I'm your host, Darth Ginger.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Or good morning. I don't fucking know. I mean, I could be like the pig from like Looney Tunes. Be like, is that his name?
Porky Pig.
Porky.
Oh fuck. Well, I was born in '91. So I don't
that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Bye, guys.
See, I am a loser.